Hello, Nick and Sarah. Maybe we'll get some other people joining in a moment, but I'm really glad that you have decided to sit with me tonight. You can probably see that I'm here from sitting here at home. Um, I thought the weather was going to be really bad tonight, but turns out it wasn't. So I guess I could have gone to the meditation center, but it's nice to be here and nice to visit with you wherever I am. Thanks to everybody that's tuning in. And if you'd like to let us know that you're here, you could just check in the chat box. um, yeah. So I want to say also Happy Earth Day. It's um, it's been a really all over the place day here at my house. I woke up to a really um, kind of dreary looking day, cloudy, stayed that way for most of the day, and then the sun came out. So, kind of been through a big cycle. Um, oh, and Sarah's reminding us that last spring it rained every every Wednesday. I had forgotten about that. Yeah, you're right. Hi, Jennifer. Glad you could join us. So I'm gonna invite the bell, and if you want to just keep checking in. Oh, I should also say to you that um, I thought I had everything I need to do this at home. Turns out I don't. I didn't bring home my copy of our program. I think I know it, but you know, tonight may be a different format a little bit. One thing I'm not sure I remember, pretty sure I don't remember the whole contemplation before sitting. And so maybe, you know, maybe I'll do that a little different as well. But the intention is the same. The intention is for us to be together, to generate this feeling of peace and love that we can share with everyone we come in contact with. So it's nice to see William. Thank you for joining us. I'm really glad you're here. And Patricia, um, thanks for coming again. Glad to see you. So let's listen to three sounds of the bell. This I'll show you my little bell that I have here at home. It has a really nice sound, which I hope comes through. But YouTube and the Chromebook have some damping option or something that kind of dampens the sound, but maybe you'll get to hear what it sounds like. So we'll hear three sounds of the bell. Kind of got a double wing. Um, for those of you that joined a little bit late, I was saying earlier that um, I thought I had brought home everything I needed, but turns out I didn't. So the contemplation before sitting is going to be a short version, and even that may not be quite what we're used to. And the format might be a little different, but then, it's always different when we're doing it online. So maybe not so much different. And I also want to say, because I have no idea what this is going to look like, but when it's time for the meditation, I want to refer to a meditation that I have uh, on this particular Chromebook. And so I'm going to switch to that. And I don't know what you'll see when I do that. But hopefully you'll have your eyes closed and it won't matter what's showing up on your screen. And then when the meditation is over, I'll come back to this screen just so you know what's going to happen. So um, remember that during this meditation and the time that we're together here on YouTube, we will be doing a meditation. I have a reading I want to do to celebrate Earth Day, and then um, we will complete this part of our evening and migrate over to Zoom where we can see one another and share. And I hope that all of you will join in that. It's really simple. In the chat box that you can see on the right side of your screen, there will be a link. And all you have to do is click on that link and it will take you right to the Zoom meeting. So, if you remember the contemplation, maybe you would like to say it with me, and maybe together we can remember most of it. The Sangha is invited to go back to our breathing so that our collective energy of mindfulness brings us together as an organism, going as a river with no more separation. Let the whole Sangha breathe as one body, generate peace as one body, be free as one body. Let us liberate ourselves from the delusive self, freeing ourselves from the superiority complex, the inferiority complex, and the equality complex. So, as we prepare for our meditation, um, I invite you, if you are wearing your shoes, I invite you to take your shoes off and settle into your comfortable spot, wherever that may be, in your chair, sitting on the floor, lying down, whatever is your comfortable spot. Just settle into that. And just to begin to pay attention to your breath. Now, if you like, you can very gently close your eyes, just letting your eyelids rest over your eyeballs. And I'm going to move to a different image on my screen. To guide you in something I call a forest meditation. In honor of Earth Day, we'll just get really connected with Earth. Really deepening our appreciation of our Mother Earth. So let's begin with 3 cleansing breaths. Breathing in, I'm aware of my inhale. Breathing out, I am aware of my exhale. Breathing in, I feel the air fill my lungs. Breathing out, I feel the air flowing out of my lungs. Breathing in, I calm every cell in my body. Breathing out, I smile. And now as you relax into the rhythm of the breath, imagine that you're walking along a small country road. It's a pleasant day, a warm day. The sun is shining and you have the road all to yourself at this moment. There are trees on the right side of the road, and on the left, some meadows, horses grazing. It's a very lovely scene. And on the right, there really do seem to be more trees. And then you notice a path veering off the road on your right. It's not a manicured path, but it looks well worn. And it looks very inviting. So you decide to check it out. Almost immediately upon stepping onto the path, you are aware of the softness of the earth beneath your feet. The leaves that have fallen from the trees have created a fragrant cushion for your feet. Taking a few more steps, you can feel the tension and the stress dropping away, falling like the leaves and settling into the forest floor. As your body begins to relax, you are aware that your mind has calmed. The sunlight is streaming through the branches of the trees, and the sun feels warm on your face and your shoulders. Your face relaxes into a smile, and as your eyes take in the beauty all around you. Your pace has slowed, and now you're aware of each step, the way your body moves effortlessly. The forest is filled with the sounds of bird calls, the sound of the leaves moving in response to the breeze. The rustle of the leaves and the grasses under your footsteps. This is a very pleasant walk. Now you are aware of the distant sound of water. Maybe this path leads to a brook. There's no rush. The experience of the forest, the walk, the sounds, the sun, the breeze, that's enough. You are content. So you continue to just follow the path, enjoying every step. Now you see that the path has led you to a small clearing, and the sound of water flowing is much louder. Sure enough, there is a stream flowing over some fairly big rocks, making a wonderful, playful sound. Looking into the stream, you can see that the water is very clear. Stones at the bottom have been smoothed and rounded by the water. You pick up a pebble lying on the shore and tossing it into the stream, watching it drop, just gently following the flow of the water as it floats, sinks down effortlessly with no resistance, and settles into the sandy bed of the stream. Taking a cue from the pebble, you find a tree nearby and settle yourself on the soft ground with your back supported by the trunk of the tree. The bark is smooth and warm. The earth beneath you provides a solid base for your hips. You can feel your body just moving into this space as if your whole body is just saying, ah. What a joy to feel so connected to the earth, the water, the sun, the trees. You recognize that all of those elements are in you. You are a child of the earth. As you sit, you begin to notice that the line between you and the earth, you and the tree, just begins to disappear. You are embraced by the tree, by the earth, by the sun, the water. Not only acknowledging your connection, but actually living it, experiencing it. Casting your gaze up to the top of the tree, you can see that the limbs and the leaves at the top of the tree are moving. But against your back, the trunk of the tree is stable, solid, and strong. This is a reminder that the mind is sometimes disturbed by winds of thought or storms of emotion. But we can learn to cultivate and access strength and stability in the heart, in our trunk. Relaxing here for a few minutes. Just close your eyes and open your heart to all the beauty around you. Just watching the ebb and flow of your breath. Noticing that the sun is a little lower in the sky, you decide it's time to venture back to the road. So you rouse yourself, say a thank you either out loud or in your mind to the tree, to the earth, to the water, the sun, and full of gratitude begin walking back on the path that brought you to this lovely place. Feeling both relaxed and energized, you notice a new spring in your step as you mindfully walk on the soft earth. Again, enjoying the sunshine, the breeze, the trees. Soon you find yourself back where you began, the same you, and also a very different you, a smiling, relaxed you. Now invite two sounds of the bell to end our meditation. May all be filled with peace, joy, and love. So just making your way back to your computer, your phone. I hope you enjoyed that little visit to the brook. So when I was thinking about Earth Day, today being Earth Day, I remembered that in his book, At Home in the World, Thich Nhat Hanh has a short essay that he labeled "I Am in Love," and I wrote an excerpt from that in the email that I sent out to people on the list, the Google Groups list. And I know that some of you are not on that list, and so um, if you would like to be on that list, if you'll just let me know, I will be happy to put you on the list. Um, I kind of neglected it for about a year, didn't write, but I realized that it's very helpful to keep us connected, especially, I mean, you don't expect that, or nobody, I think, expected that we would be in this kind of situation for such a long time. And so last year, everything was going fine, and I guess I just didn't feel a need to keep up the the list, the blog. It's kind of like a blog. But now I see the benefit of it. So I will be sending out messages pretty much weekly. And if you would like to be on that list, just let me know. So back to Thich Nhat Hanh's I Am in Love. He writes, every morning in winter when I wake up, I put on some warm clothes and go out to take a walk around the upper hamlet. It is usually still dark outside, and I walk gently, in touch with the nature all around me, the sky, the moon, and the stars. One time after walking, I came back to my hut and wrote this sentence: I am in love with Mother Earth. I was excited as a young man who had fallen in love. My heart was beating with excitement, It is true. As soon as I even just think about going outside to walk on the earth and enjoy nature, her beauties and wonders, my heart is already filled with joy. The earth gives me so much. I am so in love with her. It's a wonderful love. There is no betrayal. We entrust our heart to the earth, and she entrusts herself to us with her whole being. Mother Earth is real. She is a living reality that you can touch, taste, smell, hear, and see. She has given us life. And when we die, we'll go back to her, and she'll bring us to life time and time again. There are people who have lost hope, who are tired of life on earth, and who pray to be reborn elsewhere in a heaven where there is no suffering. And yet they're not even sure whether such a place really exists. Astronomers have been able to look at many distant galaxies using powerful telescopes, but they haven't found anything as beautiful as the planet Earth. Where else would you want to go when Mother Earth is so beautiful and always ready to embrace you and welcome you home? I have learned that my home, my country, is the whole planet Earth. I do not limit my love to a tiny place of land in Asia, Vietnam. I have experienced a lot of transformation and healing thanks to this insight. If your love is still too small, you have to enlarge your heart. Your love has to embrace the whole planet Earth. Real change will only happen when we fall in love with our planet. Only love can show us how to live in harmony with nature and each other and save us from suffering the devastating effects of climate change. When we recognize the virtues and talents of the earth, we feel connected to her and love is born. When you love someone, you want to take care of them as you would take care of yourself. When we love the earth like this, it is a reciprocated love. We'll do anything for the benefit of the earth, and the earth will do anything for our well being. After I read that, I thought I thought about my response, and I recognized that there are times when I kind of disconnect myself from Earth. I get too much in my head. And so then I'm kind of disconnected from my body as well. But the body is the earth. We are made of the elements of earth. And when I remember that, I feel deeply connected to the earth. And I know from this time when I'm not going out very much, I've really enjoyed sitting in my backyard in the swing and just watching the trees, the birds, the squirrels. It's just not only relaxing, but I don't even know how to describe it. It's an inner connection that feels so real. Um, yeah, I don't think I have words for it, but I suspect that you know that feeling, and maybe we'll share about it when we get to the sharing part. of our time together. Um, the other thing I wanted to read to you, also in connection with Earth and wishing like a happy Earth Day to everyone. This is written, and I'm pretty sure that it was written by Thich Nhat Hanh, but there is no attribution. But it's called A Verse of Consecration, and it's in this big brown book called Chanting from the Heart. It's like it is a poem. It certainly feels like a poem to me. Um, so this is what this verse of consecration says. The water's shape is round or square according to the container that holds it. In the spring warmth, it is liquid. In the winter cold, it is solid. When its path is open, it flows. When its path is obstructed, it stands still. How vast it is, yet its source is so small it is difficult to find. How wonderful it is in its streams, which flow endlessly. In the jade rivulets of footprints of dragons remain. In the deep pond, water holds the bright halo of the autumn moon. On the tip of the king's pen, water becomes the compassion of clemency. On the willow branch, it becomes the clear, fresh balm of compassion. Only one drop of water of compassion is needed, and the 10 directions are all purified. And water is just one of the elements that you could write a poem about. And all of these things can be experienced through our senses. Um, we can experience water with our eyes, with our ears, with our hands touching, with our whole body touching, um, with our mouths to taste it. And you could say the same about any of the elements. Water also is beneficial and it can be dangerous. So, all of these elements contain everything. It's um, it's analogous to each of us when we stop to think about it. Each moment is complete within itself. We have everything we need in each moment. It's only when we lose ourselves in the past or the future that we discover some lack, some anxiety. Maybe that's what it is about being in nature. It just, we get present. Maybe it's as simple as that. And maybe that's what makes it so hard to talk about. I don't know. Just my thoughts. And I really, really look forward to hearing what you have to say. So let's complete this part by doing our closing chant and the sharing the merit. And again, I don't have that program, so I think I know the sharing the merit verse, but we'll see. So let's hear 2 sounds of the bell, and then we'll do our closing chant. Countless beings we vow to free, ceaseless afflictions we vow to end, limitless dharma doors we vow to open, the deepest paths of awakening we vow to realize. Practicing the way of awareness and mindfulness gives rise to benefits without limit. We vow to share the fruits with parents, teachers, friends, and numerous beings who give guidance and support along the path. We vow to offer tribute to all beings everywhere. So, do you see that beside in the chat room, there are two ways that you can support the meditation center? First, by joining in the Zoom sharing part of this, and then um, helping to support the, the center financially. Um, as you can imagine, like many other organizations, we are um, experiencing a pretty significant drop in our in contributions, and so whatever you can help with would be really very helpful. So two ways to donate: go to dallasmeditationcenter.com or donate by text mindful to 44321. And so let's end here and zoom over to Zoom.